Hi friends, I am Pavan and I am back again with another video tutorial. Now, yes, I uploaded my last tutorial maybe a year ago, and this is the further part of that Python tutorial series. So let's get started. Now, this part is all about variables. Okay, so what are variables and what are different data types that are available in Python that we can use? So in any programming language there are this most five basic data types. There is, sorry, not most five basic, most basic five data types. Now what are these? See, there are integers, any whole number including their negatives. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 till infinity, and 0 and -1 -2. Actually it's not infinity. Yes, there are unlimited of in number of integers. Okay, many integers, everything is an integer which doesn't contain a point. Okay, so that is an integer. Now what are floats? Floats are simply decimals. What we call decimals in maths are called floats in programming. So floats are any number which contain a point. So 1.5, 4.4, -1.5, everything like, yes, every number which contains a point is a float. Remember that. Now what are booleans? Let me first tell you about characters and strings. So what are characters? Now any symbol that you can find on the keyboard is a character. Even numbers are characters. And yes, space bar, yes, spacebar is also a character. But what the requirement is that whenever you want to tell your interpreter that you are dealing with a symbol as a character, you surround it between single quotation. So any character is surrounded between single quotation. If a number, suppose there's a number 4 as I have written here, if it isn't surrounded between single quotation, then it will be treated as a number. But if I surround it between single quotation, it will be treated as a character. So a, b, c, d, at the rate, hash, dollar, percentage, that's called modulus in programming. All those are characters. Now what are strings? So strings are simply groups of characters, but to tell our interpreter that we are dealing with them as strings, we need to surround them between double quotations. Okay, so these all were the most five basic data types. Now booleans, what are booleans? Booleans are the simplest of all data types. They can contain only two values. They can contain either true or either, yes, true or false. So what's the use of boolean, that I will tell you in the later part of the video series. So let's know how to create variables. First let's see what are variables. So variables are simply containers who contain values. Now first of all, I am not an expert native English speaker, so there may be some grammatical mistakes. Not some, there may be many grammatical mistakes, so sorry for that. If you have any doubt, you can surely ask me the doubt in the comment box. And yes, if you don't know the basics of programming, what is a program, what is programming, what are different programming languages, you can surely watch my programming basics video, which whose link I'll provide you in the description below. Okay, so let's continue. Now variables are simply containers who contain values, so you can put values inside of variables. Now later on in the program, whenever you need to use any value that you have already stored in a variable, you can simply write the name of that variable, and the value which you want will be in your hands. Okay, so let's see how to create a variable in Python. So to create any variable, you simply write the name of the variable. You write the name, let's suppose the name is x, you write an equals to symbol and then the value. Now a variable is x, it contains the value of 82,832. Now whenever you want to get this value, whenever you want to show this value on the screen, you want to print it on the console, you simply write print and then name of the variable, that is x. So now it will print the value of x. See, it has printed. Now what if you want to show the output by adding 5 on it? So you simply write print x plus 5, that's it. Now it will show the value to you. Okay, so here's the value. Now this is how we create variables. Similarly you can create strings. Okay, you can write this is a string. You can create floats 12.5 and anything. Yes, you can create booleans like this. Sorry for the typing mistakes. Z equals to true. You can also create a boolean false. Yes, you can create. Now yes, so these all are different variables of different data types. So the data type of variable x is string because it contains a value of data type string. The data type of variable y is float because it contains a value of data type float. Similarly, the data type of z is boolean and the data type of a is also boolean. So this is how we create variables. Now to name a variable, we can name anything. Okay, we can give any name to a variable, but there are certain rules. What are the rules? The rules are that a variable name a variable name cannot start with a number. Second rule, a variable name cannot contain spaces. Third, a variable name cannot contain any special symbol other than underscores. So these are underscores. Okay, so a variable name cannot contain spaces. It should not start with a number. It should not contain any special symbols other than underscore, and a variable yes, a variable could not be named after a keyword. Okay, so you can't use the name of a keyword as the name of a variable. Now there are many keywords in Python. What are they? Let me tell you some of them. There is there is if else, and there is elif, there is and, there is or, there is not. Sorry for this. Elif, there is not, and there is true, there is false. Yes, true and false are also can be, they also can be termed as keywords. Okay, now yes, yield is also a keyword, not capital Y, small y. Yield, return, then def, and then yes, there are many keywords. Import is a keyword, and then class is a keyword, and then self is a keyword. So there are many keywords in Python. So you can't name a variable after these keywords. So you simply can't name a variable like if equals to 12. You can't do this. Okay, this is illegal in programming. So these are where the rules of creating variables. This is how we create variables. And now let's see how to add variables. Okay, how to perform mathematical operations on any variables. For that, let's simply create two variables: x equals to 12, y equals to 12 again, z equals to x plus y, and then we'll print the value of z. So what we are doing is that we are simply assigning values to x and to y. We are adding those two values and storing them back to a variable named z, and then we are printing the value of z on the screen. So let's run this program. Now see, the answer is 24. It's absolutely correct. There's no error. Okay, now we can also add strings, by the way, in Python. So there's a string this, and there's a string is, there's a string a, and okay, let's say there's a string. Okay, now what we can do is actually we can add all these. So let's name a variable abc, and then the value of it will be x plus y plus z plus a. Okay, now we'll print ABC. So let me print it, and the answer is this is a string. Now you will ask why it isn't providing any spaces in here. This is because we didn't provide any spaces in here. Okay, so this is how we add strings. Now in Python we can also multiply two strings. Okay, so let's say not two strings, we can also multiply strings with integers. So let's say there's a string hi, and we can write print x times 3. So what it will print? You can guess the answer. I think it will print hi hi hi. Okay, so this is how we multiply strings inside of Python. So this was all about variables in this tutorial. This is it for this tutorial. So in next tutorial we'll cover some more topics of Python. So okay guys, meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.